Welcome back, everyone. This is our Wink 7, and thank you for joining me for part 3 of this, what will be a 4-part series, which will accumulate to a budgeting video, which will be part 4. So if you've missed part 1, which was all of the official crypto.com NFTs that are used for ManeCity, or if you missed the Void Partners video, then please make sure you check those out as well to get an idea of what's going on and how these NFTs are used in ManeCity, as well as what's going on with each of these partner projects. So for today's episode, or part 3 here, we will be discussing the Legion partners. So just like the Void, the Legion has a bunch of partner projects that have joined ManeCity. So we'll go in order of their joining. So let's just go and take a quick look here. So Loaded Lion, Cyber Cubs, those are both the Legion mainstream ones. And then we've got the Cretan Monks, the Ishan Revengers, Jack and Jill, the Wolfies, and Bold Tigers. So we'll discuss each of these projects in sequence of how they've joined, and then also go over how they work in ManeCity and what benefits they have for boosting your productions. So first off, we will take a look at the Cretan Monks. So let's go and check them out. While these NFTs load, we will take a look at their website. So the Cretan Monks have a few different things going on with their project. So they've got this Monks Island, so we can go and check that out. As you can see, one of their big things that they've been pushing is their Flex to Earn, which I'll show you in a moment. But they do have their Cretan Monks, with their, these are the Monks on the Run collection, sort of styled artwork. And in the background there, they do talk about the benefits, right? So here's the exclusive benefits that come with the collaboration. And they have a few different projects or NFT collections that you can also purchase. So one of the big things is the Monks on the Run, and you need to make sure that when you are looking at the collections for purchasing with, the utility of ManeCity in mind, you want to make sure you are purchasing this collection, the Monks on the Run. So this is the collection you should be looking for. They are currently at $39. Only a couple, so I would put their floor price maybe around like 45. See, they've got a couple at below 45 here. So they also do have these on DeFi. So if you are looking for them, you can go and check some of the DeFi websites like Minted. We can go check real quick right here. Minted Network. You'll see that they are listed as one of the projects that. Let me see if I can find them quickly. Not very quick, but we'll just put in Cretans. So here's the two of them. So the first collection was 1,500, so 1,500. Let's go take a look at them first. So this is Gen 1. With the Gen 1 collection, their main role is royalties. So they are pretty good for collecting royalties. You can see the floor price here. What is this, about like $75 maybe, somewhere around there. And then we can go take a look at the Monks on the Run. So the Monks on the Run also have a bunch of customs that were included. So it brought them from their 2,500 up to 2,006. So there's about 142 that were included as customs. But yeah, so they're about half the price of the Gen 1s. So if you are interested, you can purchase them both on DeFi and also on the crypto.com website for their NFT platform. Now let's go back and check this out. So if you go to their cashback app, this is one of their big things for producing Cash App. I guess maybe running into an issue right now. But they do have the cashback app. And then they've also got Flex to Earn. So Flex to Earn is one of their big pushes, which is pretty cool. So if you are interested in checking out Flex to Earn, or if you'd like me to make a standalone video, let me know down in the comments below. but this is their website where you're able to equip or I guess start flexing a NFT that you own on X. So you put the profile picture as the NFT that you own, and then you are able to come into the dashboard here. So you can see I've been flexing for a while. So you equip the NFT that you want, you verify that you own it, and then you can come in here and claim once a day and collect points. What you can do with the points is you're able to go and buy crates, and you are able to, with luck, maybe win an NFT. So just for interest's sake, let's do one quick little spin here and see what we get. So you can see there are, this is the legendary reward, which is the NFT, which would be one Cretan monk. So you can just open up the crates. They've got all different sorts of crates that you can go and try your luck with. But essentially that's what you're going to be doing. So we got an uncommon, not too bad. So you can then add it to your rewards. But they've also got like a little leaderboard, and they've also occasionally have auctions that come up. So if you can go back, take a look. So there was a Robin NFT that was auctioned off. Sometimes they have some of the other projects, Wolfstar, stuff like that. They had Lion tokens available, some NFTs, 100 Crow, stuff like that. So every once in a while, they'll have different auctions come up, and you could spend your points on that, which is the guaranteed reward, or you can gamble it and try picking up something. If you come here, I think there's a Cyber Cub and a Dark Lion. If we take a look at the 212 crate, this is a bunch of the Crow fam stuff. So you get some of the other projects that are also currently part of the Flex to Earn system. You have a chance to win them here as well. And then the final one, this has a Loaded Lion in it, which is extremely rare to win. It's a lot of points, so good luck if you do try for going for the Loaded Lion. So that's sort of what they've got on the go with the Monks on the Run project. Let's go back and take a look. So you can see some of these are all the ones that I've got. Got a pretty cool looking chain gang guy. This is the legendary I ended up minting. So now the cool thing about this collection is they do have a business skin that is unlocked via ownership of the NFT. So we'll start off with taking a look at the in-game benefits that they do provide. So you do get cash. You will get diamonds, and you will get furniture XP. So they're just like a Cyber Cub or a Loaded Lion. So if we come down here, you can take a look. So they get 0.9%, 0.3% and 0.6% respectively across the board. So a little less than what a Cyber Cub is getting, right? I guess a little bit less, and definitely a lot less than what the Loaded Lions get, but still very good. Now, like I was mentioning, they are one of the projects that do have a skin available. So let me just remember, I think I have it over here. There we go. So we can also go, you can either manually equip by going to skins and clicking on it to equip your skin there. And now we've got one as the Nut Tree House, or alternatively, you can go into your inventory, find the one that you want to equip, and then you can equip all, and now they're all equipped. So this is unlocked only by owning an NFT, and as soon as you do not own those NFTs anymore, you no longer have access to the skin. So it definitely pays to keep one of them. And also, for a side note with this project, if you want to obtain royalties through owning either their OG collection or this collection, the Monks on the Run that are in Main City, you do need to own 5 of the NFTs to be eligible for the first tier of royalties. Let me just go back and see if this is gonna work. Still not too sure what's up. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on here, so maybe they're having some issues with it. I'll have to reach out to them, but it is usually working, so you can come and check that out. I'm interested to see. So here's okay, they did load all of the customs, so you can come and check out some of the customs that people had made if you're interested in seeing the creativity within the community. All right, so next up we will talk about the Ishan Revengers project. So this is a pretty good buy-in if you're interested. They have a pretty low price right now, being at about $20, maybe upwards of 25. You could find some pretty cool looking ones. Like this guy's really nice with the Ethereum sort of armor. We've also got a couple guys down here, with some pretty cool auras, the dragon aura. So very cool artwork. And now I do believe at the end of the day, they do want to have a total supply of 10,000, if I'm not incorrect. But as of right now, I think they've got about, the 4,700, closer to 5,000 already minted. They've got some pretty interesting legendaries as well, but I'll let you check them out yourself. Now, what they've got going on within their project, let me just go back to here to get them loaded up. So yeah, as they load, we will talk about their project. So they have a few things going on. Now, one of their big things that they want to do is, let me see if I can get this to scroll up. This website's breaking my computer. So they do have some ambitions to create a manga and an anime. They also do have a Discord game. So if you are interested in checking out their Discord game, that's one thing you can do. Hop into their Discord. Their link will be down below. So if you are interested in checking out their project, definitely join their Discord and talk with the people there. Lots of great people in the Discord that'll fill you in on what's going on. So they do have a game. It's called Legends Rise. That's all tied through their Discord. And then they've got a lot of other stuff going on. So if you're interested, come check out the website that they've got. Let's just click on the roadmap here. Not too sure why it's being so. They do have a lot of other collections as well. So there's the Shibi Ishins, there's the Ishin seals, there's human forms which were airdropped, and that was from owning a seal and a Revenger. And I do believe they have a few other things that are going to come out in the future. They also have some some passes, like gold tickets and stuff that are part of the project. So if you are interested in that. Now, one of the big things too with this project is they do have the Project Ishin business skin, which is called the Dojo. So let's go back and we could take a look at the Dojo. So I've got the businesses set up here. So we can take a quick look. We can put one of the skins on so you can get a comparison of what they look like. So this is they've got their ticker on there, which is B Bunny, Bad Bunny. And it's a pretty cool looking one. And one of the cool things is if you're into skins, you can have this skin unlocked through owning the NFT as well, just like the Cretan monks. But they've also got a sort of like paired skin almost in my mind that they've made. So you could almost pair it up with this because it is for the Barbary Gym. And the Barbary Gym does combo with the LL Sports. So you are able to get a bonus diamonds. So you could sort of like get them set up. I haven't purchased the skin from Main.city. I only like the ones that are unlockable via the NFTs. So that's why this is another one of my favorite projects. They've got the skin and it's unlocked for the community members that own NFTs. So I think that's an amazing feature with the whole overall of their project. So if you are interested, definitely come and check it out. They've got a lot of stuff going on in the sense of their ambition for the manga and anime sort of stuff going on. Let me see if I can just go back to the main page again. Yeah, I don't know. This main page lags my computer out quite a bit. I don't know why. But yeah, you can come check out all this all this stuff yourself. See what they've got on the go. And with the buy-in price right now being at about $20, I think that's a pretty good entrance spot. So if you are interested, you can come and get something for $20-25 here. You can get yourself a good morning cup or whatever. So definitely check them out. They've also got some pretty cool traits. One of my favorite traits being the there's the Charizard skin. Let's see if I can find it quick. There he is, the Charizard pajamas. So these are pretty cool. I'm a big fan of Pokemon, so being able to grab some Charizard pajamas is pretty cool. So if you are interested, check out all the different traits that they've got. Like I said, there's a pretty cheap one. I think this armor is pretty cool with a little cat too. So I'd be probably picking this guy up for $23 if I needed one. So that's what we got with the Project Ishin. So we can go back. Hopefully they loaded before I exited out. There we go. So there's mine. I got a couple of the, I actually just won this guy recently. So shout out to the project for doing the giveaway over Easter. That was pretty sweet of them. And then that was actually through, if you guys didn't see it on X, I know it was, pretty hectic with everything going on. But that was Crypto Lion that was putting out the, I guess, post for everybody to interact with. So if you're not following him, definitely check him out on X as well. He's been helping out with their project. So pretty cool little project. If you're interested, right, like I said, you get the skin, which is always good. They've got other stuff going on. And within their Discord game, you are able to win like an in-game currency called Spirit, which does convert to Crow. So if you are always on Discord, you can always check that out. It's sort of like a RPG kind of thing. I'm not very good at it, so I can't really speak too much past my, I guess, limited experience of getting my butt kicked in it. But yeah, anyways, that's the Ishin project. That's all I've really got for you guys on that project. The next up in the, it's sort of a toss up. I'm going to talk about the Wolf Swap and the Wolfies next, primarily because I know if we take a look at the avatars here, I know it says Jack and Jill next, but with the Wolfies and Wolf Swap project, they actually had a skin in the game a little bit before their NFT came in. So if you go to skins, you will see this Wolf Den skin for the Koji Bank. So this is their their skin that they brought into the game. But because it entered in prior to them having an NFT collection, I guess maybe that's a reason why, but it is a buyable skin, so anybody can purchase the skin and use it. Now, the one thing I dislike about purchasable skins is that you cannot stack the bonus. Right, so like we saw with the Ishin skin, they said it was a base 8%. If you look at my skin bonus there, it is actually 19% because of the amount of Ishins that I have equipped. So unlike the avatar unlocked skins, the purchasable ones are locked at the value that you see. So Wolf Swap did come out with their own project, which is called Wolfies. So if you go to their Wolf Swap thing, they've got on the drop down here, you can come check out the Wolfies. So they've got all their NFTs here. There's 5,212. Everybody likes the 212 for Chronos stuff. But that's essentially what we're looking at in regards to them. There's staking. There's a bunch of other stuff that goes on with the Wolfies. So if you are interested, you can come here, click on learn more about it. One of the cool things is you can like instantly sell these, right? So if you ever needed to, you're able just to like pretty much instantly sell it and get money directly out of the NFT. They are pretty fast moving too on, if we go and check out here, they are one of the top selling NFTs, so you can just find them pretty quick on the trending, and their floor price is pretty insane. So 1,400 Crow, you could pick yourself up one. If we do go and take a look, there's not very many on the crypto.com website. It looks as though there's only been maybe like 80 to 90 of them, maybe 100 of them moved over. But this is what is available also on the website, crypto.com NFT platform. So you could look through these if you're interested in buying one on the, I guess, not on the DeFi side. I would prefer if you were to buy one, I would probably come to the DeFi side and purchase one directly. That way it's in my wallet and I'm 100% an owner of it. But they're pretty cool. I mean, they look nice, the wolves and whatnot. So if you're into wolves, you could definitely come and pick up yourself a Wolfie. They do have some benefits inside of here as well. So just if you're interested in the project, come and check it out. So they are backed by this big DEX, the Wolf Swap DEX, which is pretty cool. So they're definitely a contender. The only thing I would say against them is that I sadly cannot unlock the skin by just owning a Wolfie. So that's one thing I kind of dislike about the skin that they have in the game, but it is still a pretty cool looking skin. If we go and we'll just do one more little look at it before we move on to the next project. Oh yeah, I don't have it, so I can't show you through there. I got to go to the market, skins, and there it is. So that is the skin, and it would be applied onto a bank. So if you're interested in picking one up, definitely pick that up. It'll give you a little bit of a bonus for your bank. We'll take a look. I only have 2 Wolfies as well. That's primarily because they are very expensive. So I have not picked up. I did mint these 2. These are the 2 I minted, and they were 200 crow at mint. So you can see how much they've went up in price. But this guy's kind of cool. He's got a little golden poop on his head. And I got, I guess, a female Wolfie. So those are the 2 that I've got. Maybe one day they'll unlock the skin, but as of right now, it's just the bonuses that they have. Now, so the bonuses, and I forgot to do the Isham bonuses, but I'll go back and do them right after this. So cash, we get furniture, and then debuff duration. So this increases how long your attacks affect your opponent. So, I think we're maxing out around 5 hours and 10 minutes or something like that now. So this does help increase. This helped get us above that 5-hour attack. And then with the Isham Revengers, they get cash, diamonds, and then this is to allow you to attack more frequently. So it increases your attack frequency by reducing the cooldown of your attacks. And then you can see here the LL Sports skin bonus. So if they do have a bonus for any skins, they will be put underneath here. But I'm not too sure how many more projects are coming in with a project skin, because I believe the next project we'll talk about called out saying that they were the last project likely coming into the game that has a unlockable skin via NFT ownership. Okay, so yep, that's the Wolfies. Check out them on the Wolf Swap website, and you can also find some of their NFTs either on the crypto.com website or on the minted. I believe they might also be on Ebasys Bay, but I'm not too sure. So they are available on DeFi platforms, and they are also available on the centralized exchange. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is Jack and Jill. So this is the Jack and Jill project. They are pretty low in price as well. So if you're interested in picking one up, now would be the time. They do got a fair amount of guys with chains, so depending on what you want. Now, the cool thing about this project is they are split into males and females. So you can see there are some females, they're all the Jills, and then the Jacks are all the guys. So you could pick one up, pick a pair up, so you have a male and a female if you're interested in that. But they do have some pretty cool stuff. This is sort of a knock at the Cows Gone Mad, so Eat More Cow. They've got some funny little shirts, Stay Mad, so really cool little NFTs, and we'll get into some of the cool features. If you remember from the last video, I was telling you they're partnering up with the Crazy Monsters, so we'll talk a little bit more in depth on their partnership here. But first off, let's go and take a look at what they do in Main City before I forget again, like I did with the Isham Revengers. So here are the Jack and Jill NFTs. So what they do provide is they give you cash, they give you a diamond boost, and they reduce the cost of your attacks, which is pretty big. I love being able to attack for cheaper, so this is a pretty nice bonus. This guy is actually the one I got for $1, the dollar mint, and then I minted some of these other guys. So pretty cool ones. Picked this guy up on secondary. He's my favorite. He's got the chain gang, the glasses on, the kind of like funky little mohawk. So now with this one, you will notice they do have the cash bonus for a business. So the Museo de Leon, is the business that they were awarded for providing a skin. So we can actually go and check that out. You can see it goes pretty well. I think it looks real nice paired up with the Nuts Treehouse. So let's pop this skin on. So it's sort of like a mountainy. Actually, no. Let's put them all on so we can see. And there we go. Equip all. There we go. So now we've got sort of like a mountainous, snowy forest and the Nut Tree House sort of there. So I think they pair pretty well. So I like it. They look really cool with a little sort of like rabbit. Now I believe this was supposed to be part of like within their lore, the jail that Jack was in, and then Jill broke him out. So that's sort of like the lore behind what's going on. I'm not even going to attempt Rosh Kashkan or something like that. Shouldn't have even attempted it, but we can see here actually. So here's their website, and if you scroll down, it's mostly just about a little bit of lore and whatnot that's going on with them. So I don't see, Raz Kazan is the fortress that he was buried deep in, and Jill broke him out. So the skin is the actual jail, I guess, in the frozen tundra that he was trapped in. Now, there's not much details past just a little bit of lore around the Mad Era that's going on with the Jack and Jill. So, their main focus really with this drop was main city utility, but they also had some other stuff going on in the background, which we will discuss right now. This is in tandem with the Crazy Monsters. So we can come and take a look at this. The Jack and Jills are one of the founding projects for the verse. The other founding project being the Crazy Monsters. So you can see up here sort of like their partnership. They're together. Crazy Monster knows Jack and Jill. Now, if you haven't really heard much about the verse, I'll keep it pretty brief. This is the collaboration between the Crazy Monsters and the Mad Hares, or Jack and Jill specifically, to create a metaverse based around their two projects. So they will be coming out eventually with some lands and stuff like that have some great utility. But overall, eventually we will have a game where we can go in, and you could see down here they are creating sort of like an actual playable base. So each of the Crazy Monster OGs, so not the arcane creatures that are used in Main City, but the OG collection, as well as the Jack and Jills, they will 1-to-1 be represented. So, if you come to check it out, let's take a look at one of my Jack and Jills, right? So my favorite Jack and Jill, either the SWAT guy or my chain gang guy. So I would be able to use him in game in the verse eventually. So that's sort of the end game with this project, or maybe not end game, but that's one of the big goals that's happening in collaboration with me, Crazy Monsters. So aside from the main city benefits, if you are interested in following possibly another really good game to play, then I think the Jack and Jill project's one that you should probably take a look at, aside from obviously the Crazy Monsters being in it as well. The Crazy Monsters are another great one and very affordable if you are looking for one. I believe I showed you guys the Crazy Monsters OGs before. So we can take a quick look at the floor price on that. Yeah, so for 38 Crow, you could get something that would maybe be in the game in the future, upwards of 60. And then what do we got? Let's see if Jack and Jill are on here or not. Jack and Jill. So no, they are not available on DeFi platforms quite yet. Maybe they will be in the future. But you can find them, like I said, on the crypto.com NFT platform, and they are $28. I believe the mint was like 50 bucks each or something like that. Let's just click on one and we can validate that right now. History, 49 bucks. So they were 49 at one point. That was the mint. Now they're down to like 29. So if you are interested in picking one up, definitely come and take a look through here and see what one strikes your fancy. I mean, out of them, I would probably be picking this guy up. He's pretty cool. He's got the chain. He's got one of the less rare chain traits. You can see he's got like a sort of a wife beater. This guy's got the white shirt on, whereas the guy that I've got is completely naked with just the necklace, which is the rarest of them all. Okay, so other than that, that's really all I've got to speak about with the Jack and Jill project. You get a skin, which is pretty cool for your museo, which is one of the hottest businesses in the game. A lot of people love using the museo. You also get the cash, the diamond boost, and the reduction. I believe it was the reduction in cost. So that's really nice to be able to reduce the amount of diamonds that it costs to attack, as well as boosting your diamond production. So it's sort of like a double diamond effect there. And everybody loves cash when it comes to competitions. It's one of the biggest things people really look for is to boost your cash. Whereas it's funny because like about a year ago, cash wasn't as constrained. So the cash benefit was one of the least favored because everybody was swimming in cash, but we were all diamond broke. So now it's the reverse. Okay, and then the last one, so that we've done the summary for Jack and Jill, let's take a quick look at the final partner that has joined. And they were the most recent one, joining, I believe it was on the 25th of March. So welcome for the Bold Tigers. I do have one of them. He's the guy that's currently equipped. I do love the I Heart Main City shirt. Thought it was pretty cool. Now these guys do provide cash and diamonds as a bonus, and they also increase your debuff duration. So you'll be able to attack for longer, which is pretty nice. So that's what we were given from the Bold Tigers. Let's just do one final look here so that we can, oh yeah, they aren't updated on the playbook yet. So never mind, we were going to take a look, but there's the Jack and Jill, you can see, and the Wolfies. So there's all the projects listed here other than the Bold Tigers that still need to be updated in the sheet here. But let's go and take a look at what they've got going on their website here. So these ones are called Tigers on the Hunt is what the collection is called. So you can buy them on Ebus's Bay or on crypto.com. Let's take a little scroll through. So they've got a few things going on. They are also eligible to be used as a flex to earn NFT. So if you are, into flex to earn, you can equip your Bold Tiger as your X profile and flex it as well. They do have utility for royalties, which just like the Cretan monks, you need at least a minimum of 5 to be able to meet the requirements to allow you to get royalties from secondary sales. I believe it's up to 6 months. 100% of royalties are going back to the all holders, and then after that they reduce it down to 50% of the royalties, and then the other 50 will be put into here it is. So 1 to 3 is 100%, 4 to 6 is 70%, 75%, and then 7 to 18 is 50. And they may carry it on past 18, who knows. These were some of the other benefits during minting that could have been attained, right? Like if you minted the Tiger King, there was a bonus of $500 US. There's also the customs airdrop. So if you own 10 plus NFTs, you are able to get a custom created. The snapshot for that has been over. It just passed actually. So pretty much at the start of this month was the snapshot date. So hopefully you were able to get your custom snapshot. Now there also is a Gen 2 coming. So if you own 7 NFTs, so that's the next sort of like milestone. First one is hit that 50 or hit that 5 to be able to get a part of the royalties, right? So hold 5 NFTs. Then the next one is sort of hold 7, and then you're going to get an airdrop of one of the Gen 2s. So that's kind of cool. But that's sort of all I've really got for them within theirs. So there was a person that did win for being the top minter, and then there was another legendary that was given out. Their legendaries look pretty cool, so if you're interested in picking one up, I'm not too sure if any are even left on the website at the moment, and they're still holding pretty strong. They minted at 50 and they're still sitting at 50, so but they are one of the newest projects, so we might see some decline or we might see some more increases. I know a few weeks ago they were up to like $70, so let's see if we can sort by rarest and see if any legendaries are still left on the website. They still got a few, so if you're interested in picking up a legendary, probably not that, but they've got 4 of them listed here, so still a few available. But yeah, they're a pretty cool looking NFT. I do like some of the armor that they got. So you can definitely scroll through and probably find one that you vibe with if you are interested in joining their whole project and sort of following them. You get back to price low to high. So even with these ones, it's got like the Luffy hat, little orange cocktail, something like that. They do also have, so I am Legion. So like with this guy, I don't know if he's been removed to DeFi to claim. Yeah. So one thing that I want to make you aware of if you are going to start going and hunting them is to come here and you can go and see the rewards. So if you click on rewards, you can also maybe find some of them that still have the 212 Crow left. So these guys all have 212 Crow associated with it, and they're all the guys with the I am Legion sort of like tattoo on them, which is this guy here. But you can see he's already been removed and then brought back into onto the website, the centralized exchange, and has been listed for sale. So you can see he's not on here as one of the ones that are eligible anymore, but he was. So just be wary of that. If you're just going to go looking for this trait, trying to grab one, chances are, just double check to make sure it hasn't been, withdrawn and then deposited again. I've made that mistake when it came to the Cretan monks once, but it is what it is. So just a little call out there. But yeah, other than that, that is the Bold Tigers. So they've got some utility on Flex to Earn. They got some more stuff coming out. Obviously, the big one being ManeCity, the Gen 2 airdrop coming. There's also the customs being created. So those should be out within the next 2 or 3 months. So I'm interested to see what everybody got to create. I do have 10, as you could see. So I got one coming my way. I'm not going to spoil it. So we'll wait and see what I create. But yeah. That's coming down the pipeline as well. But other than that, that's all I've really got for you guys today. So, we do have 3 projects that do have skins available. We've got the Jack and Jill, if you want to get yourself the Raz Kazan. Got the Cretan Monks, if you're interested in getting yourself a Nuts Treehouse. And then we've got the Ishin Revengers if you are looking to get yourself a Ishin Zen Garden Dojo. So those are the only 3 as well that are available to be unlocked using NFTs. And then there's a few others that have skins that are purchasable through the marketplace. So hopefully this gives you guys a quick little overview of everything that's going on with the Legion partnerships. Some pretty cool little projects going on, especially with, if you're interested in collecting royalties and stuff like that for holding NFTs. There's a few projects here that might fit your investment goals. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, but hopefully you found the video entertaining and gives you guys an idea of maybe which projects you want to start putting some money in, and start investing in with ManeCity. So the next video that I will be making is going to be more, I guess, of like an investment guide, non-financial advice investment guide, where we will talk about all of these NFTs in collaboration with putting towards a budget in an Excel sheet to be able to maybe just like guide you on what if I were to start tomorrow, and with all the knowledge that I have already of ManeCity, with each tier of money I guess, as a budget, right? Start off with $100, then go up to like 250, 500, 1,000, and then 2,500, where I would sort of be putting my dollars. And I would sort of go in order of like, all right, we've got an extra $100. Let's go and see what we could purchase. What would I buy? And sort of just try to advise you guys on what I would purchase as a new player, even though with the knowledge that I have, as well as the reasoning behind why I would purchase it. So hopefully it'll help newer players that are interested in getting into Main City be a little bit more efficient and effective when it comes to buying NFTs to boost their city and their productivity within Main City. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be coming out shortly, either later on or maybe early next week. We'll have to wait and see. But if you aren't aware, there is also a space going on probably in the next couple hours. So if you do see this at time of release, there will be a space on X where Main City is going to be talking with another project and hopefully giving us some alpha on what's coming out, maybe even with the expeditions. That's my hope. I'm going to try and tune in. It should be within, probably about 2 hours, maybe 3. So if you do catch it, hopefully I'll see you guys there inside the space. If not, maybe we'll be talking about it on the next podcast. So stay tuned for that as well. DJ Oracle and I will be trying to put something together probably in the next week or so. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for part 4, which will be the budget video. And we'll catch you in that video. Thanks for watching, guys.